you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. Not just any review, though. Mystery beers. Look at that. It's a paper towel around a can. I have no idea what it is, but I'm going to drink it. I'm going to talk about it. So here we go. Label-wise, one of the best labels in history of mankind. Why? Because mystery beers are awesome. Why are mystery beers awesome? Because people send me mystery beers. And when they send them to me, they wrap them up. And then I drink them. And then I talk about them. And either I'm right, wrong, or somewhere in between. Now, my buddy Joe over at the Beer Patrol was talking about this. He's going to start doing mystery beers. I'm not the first person to do mystery beers. I am not the last person to do mystery beers. But he's going to start doing them. I think he's going to call them whodunit beers, maybe, or something like that. I have something to say. He actually said, he talks about me. He credits me when he talks about doing those. He doesn't have to do that. Like I said, I'm not the first and the last. But he says, Matt drinks them, and, sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong, more times than not, somewhere in the middle. I think I'm more right than wrong, motherfucker. I think if you go back and look at my track record, I'm more right than wrong. And I'm probably a little more right from the middle, I think. Maybe that's me kind of spinning whatever in my own brain, thinking I'm doing well, and I'm not really doing well. But I've had some crash and burns, about 3 or 4 of them. But I've done about 100 mystery beers now, and I think I've done pretty damn good, so. Represent, respect, son. Anyway, what do we have here? I don't know. Go check him out. Like I said, Beer Patrol. Super cool dude. Knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to beer. It's super cool that he's doing beer reviews now. But, yeah, go check him out. It looks like, to me, from a distance, like a watered-down peach iced tea. You have this super creamy, kind of that fluffy, creamy head. You mix the iced tea, really whip it up and get that kind of crumbly kind of head into it. Kind of have that going on over here. A little bit more standard head over there. But then you have this kind of semi-rocky, neurotic kind of bubble thing kind of going on the edges. Definitely looks like iced tea vibes to me. Now, it's a little bit lighter than what you'd expect. So maybe more like sun tea, something like that. Rich golden. Golden is the word here. Hue to it. Looks the part of a rich, huge, old-school double-style IPA. That's the looks I'm getting. Now, this mystery beer, I don't know where this one came from. I'm at fault here. I got a couple of mystery beers. People send them to me. Like I said, it's the only way I can do them. If you want to send me mystery beers, please do so. It's the only way I can keep these going. But I ended up getting a couple. I never got the paper towel wrapped ones before, and I got a couple in a row, and I didn't mark who they came from on the side. So I think this is Matt from Jersey. I could be wrong. Anyway, it's straight up Bounty. I don't know if you can see the label on there. So high-end paper towels. God damn. Sniff the goddamn beer already. Jesus. This smells like a super familiar beer. It smells like somebody's IPA, double IPA. There's a soft bitterness to it. Very soft bitterness. There's honey vibes to it. It doesn't smell that big in the nose, but it smells like there's... it's so familiar. I've smelt this beer before. I could be wrong. But it just smells like a soft kind of hot profile. Nothing overly bitter. It's more of like a powdered kind of herbaliness, if anything. Yeah. A little bit of sweetness. A little bit of bitterness. Nothing too crazy. That herbal portion of the show is up top, so it's giving me those kind of tea vibes. Not necessarily iced tea vibes, but tea vibes. Yeah, I expect it to be sweet and a bit more kind of danky-ranky, kind of piney, maybe even resinous in the taste. That's those vibes I get there. I'm not getting them in the nose, but I've had this beer before. Cheers. Exactly where I thought it would go. Maybe not exactly. It's a little less sweet than I thought it would be. Honey malt. Honey malt vibes, a bit of sweetness there. That bittering, ranky, not even onion. It's more just generic danky rankiness. A bit of pine resininess, but not too big. It's super herbal tea-like. It's almost like somebody went to make their Midwest double IPA. It's like someone went to go make Two Hearted, but I just used old English fugly style hops. You know what I mean? Just old school kind of OG kind of hops. That's fun. That's tasty. It's old school. This is probably somebody's you know, shelf beer from some big corporation or whatever, but I like it. It's sweet. It gives me a little bit of honey vibes. They're probably not honey malt in there, but it's giving me those honey type vibes. And the way those hops play, I'm gonna take a risk here. Yeah, okay. 5/11/18, so it's just under 2 months old, so it's not that old. There's nothing else on the bottom that would show me what the beer is, just as a date. Sometimes you look at the bottom of a can, you can actually figure out what a brewery is, but yeah, it's just the way those hops come off. They just come off super herbally and spicy. I could see, this is somebody's, okay, let's bring it back here. I'm mumbling, I'm kind of going off on tangents. This is, I'm going to rewind all that. It's not a shelf beer. Rewind it again. It's not big beer, I don't think. I think it's somebody's version of an English style IPA. Like a Treehouse Old Man or something along those lines. Somebody wanted to experiment with old school hops, because that's what I'm getting here. Wanted to experiment with old school hops and want to do it in kind of an IPA, double IPA realm. I think this is up there. I think this is getting your 7 change, give or take, and fucked with it. That's kind of what I'm getting here. It's probably a Kolsch. It's probably Guinness. Who knows? But that's all I have. So we're going to unwrap it, see what we got. Let's see what we have here. Okay. What do we have here? We have Death with the Devil. 18th Street Brewery. Okay. This is coming out from Indiana Way. So it's not from Jersey. Hammond, Indiana. This is the third beer from, what was it? Oh, man, I'm spacing now. Shit. I think it's actually not Jim. James? Jim? Josh? There you go. I think it's Josh. I forget names, man. It's been like 2 weeks since I actually did a beer, so yeah, I forget names. Man, I feel so bad. It's so fucked. I'm the worst at actually names. Let's cut. This is gonna be the longest mystery beer ever. I'm the worst at names. John Kimmich, I called Kimmich. Mystery beers, I forget who sent them to me half the time. And then when I actually figure out who sent it, I'm like, oh my god, what was her name? Jim, Jeff, whatever. Carson down there in Florida will actually attest to that. I called him Othello and 19 different names. It's out of love, baby. I don't mean it. I'm just kind of weird when it comes to names. I can't remember that shit. Anyway, on the side here it says, Deal with the Devil Double Pale Ale. It's brewed to salute to brothers at Spiteful Brewing. Deal with the Devil is packed with citra hops and this juicy pale ale that's low in bitterness and huge in tropical flavors. This beer is unfiltered. Sediment may form. You know what? I mean, it's not that old. This is not juicy. You know what I mean? This is not what they're saying on the label, unless this baked inside a container for a couple days and got up there in about 100 degrees and then dropped back. Maybe, but I think this is just coming off a little bit closer to what they intended, as opposed to being that far off. It's an okay beer. It's a fine beer. Like I said, I dig it for what it is. But if you told me, okay, drink this beer is going to be a big juicy hop bomb, global IPA, it's just not that. Is it a negative thing? No. But to read this, to read what it says on the side here and say, okay, that's what they're going for and that's what they delivered. Maybe that's what they're going for. But that's definitely not what they delivered. But I like the label and I like the beer. It's not what the beer was meant to be, I guess. Maybe not meant to be. They say the beer is supposed to be. Anyway, there's something rattling. You hear that? It's driving me insane. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. Is this one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late? It's on the outside looking in, but at the same time, it's tasty stuff. It just kind of jumps the shark because it's not what they say it is on a label, so that kind of pees me off a little bit. At the same time, I like it. It's just, if you said, hey man, if they said, hey, we're paying homage to a lot of English beers using old school hops and having them off more herbally than anything else, but in a new school fashion, I'd be like, they fucking nailed it. And this shit's pretty fucking tasty, so you should give it a whirl. Value and availability, no idea. Maybe somebody out there that way, 18th Street Brewery way, can chime in and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like If you like old school English style beers, but one more sweeter, kind of herbally kind of way, in that American double IPA fashion, this will do you proper. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little delicious herbally IPA right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.